my business is me, so I do have to be involved in everything. It's just quite nice to be away from that, you know, and let me be me.
I've been escaping Jamie Oliver Inc. and travelling around Italy, trying to uncover the secrets of authentic Italian cookery. I've struggled with fast food Sicilian style.
Maybe it's a bit like the kids in school when you offer them something new and they don't want to risk it not being nice.
I've tried to cook with a fisherman in his restaurant.
I'll tell you now, not many English cooks would have the bollocks to do this.
Now I'm heading north, to the mountains of Marche, to a family of hunters.
OK, arrosto!
I'll be living off the land.
No, seriously, I don't know if I can kill a lamb.
Killing my own meat.
Not all things in life are pretty, are they? It's not all about Teletubbies, is it?
And learning from the mamas how to perfect the most traditional meat sauce of all. I've been really missing Jules and the girls, so I've flown back home for a quick visit.
Look, it's your first handbag. Oh, it's a ballet outfit.
On. You look like Karate Kid. Kind of with a bit of a dodgy drag outfit on.
You look wonderful. Oh, I love you. You're so pretty. You look great.
Girls, Poppy, Daisy, do you know Daddy's going away? And you're going to come and see me soon, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah. You look really good. Can you say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No, I wish you wouldn't say it that way.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Do you love Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
Don't take her to that show without me.
No, I won't. But I'll do it the week you come home then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Back on the road again, I'm off to stay with an Italian family with 2 daughters just like mine. Their farmhouse is high in the hills of Marche, which I'd never really heard of before, but it's right next door to Tuscany. I'm really excited because this region's really wild, completely undiscovered, and really original.
I'm quite interested to sort of like, while I'm in Marche, get to grips with the whole hunting, wild food, you know, sustainable living and all that sort of business, living off the land, you know. Something that in England, in a normal sense, has disappeared, you know.
The farm is run by Massimo, a hunter, and his mate Antonio, a local baker.
Piacere.
Massimo.
Jamie. Nice to meet you.
Antonio.
Antonio.
Hi.
Piacere.
Piacere, Antonio.
Wow. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like everyone round here, they live off the land.
Noi andiamo a caccia 3 volte a settimana. Aggressivo e duro come ambiente.
Sì. What a place. Jesus.
Vogliamo andare a mangiare? Hai fame?
Let's
Vai!
eat. Yeah, grazie.
Massimo's kids, Eva and Anita, remind me of my girls. They live in the kitchen where there's always a little bit of cooking going on.
Io bambina 3 and 2.
Io
Sì.
bambina
Io.
4 and 5.
Oh, yours, yeah. Ah.
Io bambina 3.
You bambina. Look at Nonna. Nonna doing the tagliatelle.
Yeah.
I just love...
Like a lot of Italian houses I've been to, it's Nonna, the granny, who rules the kitchen.
Un po' lento, nonna?
I make pasta so often, but when I'm around Italians, I get nervous.
The family are having a little bit of a party tonight, and they've asked me to go and get the meat with them.
And you can cut the truth.
I don't know if I can do it, man. They want me to cut the throat of the...
Vuoi la te allora?
No, seriously, I don't know if I can kill a lamb. I've never done that before. I mean, I not with a knife, anyway.
They've got about 30 lambs, most of which will be sold and sent to the slaughterhouse. But if Massimo wants meat for his family, he'll kill it himself. And today, he thinks I should do it.
Jamie!
See?
Okay. Okay?
See? It's not quite like Sainsbury's, is it? I don't know what to do.
This is the first time?
Sì.
Qua.
Close at the eyes.
Ok.
Un momento.
Prima. Devo fare io. No, chiedilo che lui. Va via. No. Togli il dito. È piccolo. Ok. Va bene, ferma lì, ferma. Ok. Non può venire con me, no? È la carne buonissima per te.
That is horrific, but I'm not sure what's more horrific. A nation full of raving idiots that couldn't give a crap about the lives of thousands of animals that get treated like or an animal that has the most fantastic life, gets treated well. As he said, natural. Bits of meat don't come out of a plastic factory, you know, it's the animals. All of a sudden it's starting to look a little bit more like what I'm used to. It's looking more like a piece of meat.
Not like an animal.
It's a beautiful creature, but it's tasty. And we're at the top of the food chain, and I just think if that offends you, you shouldn't eat them.
Having killed the lamb myself, I've asked if I can cook it.
All the other meat I'm going to cook very simply, just a bit of salt and pepper, a bit of rosemary. The leg, I want to debone. Now you could get your butcher to do this really easily. You can see I've just put my knife around this bone and just scrape the meat off. If you get your butcher to do this for you, the nice thing is, all you've got to do is make a stuffing, and then you get a leg of lamb that cooks, tastes fantastic, but when you come to slice it, it's really, really easy.
I'm going to be stuffing my lamb like I'd had it once before in Tuscany, just over the hills, with rosemary, pancetta, pine nuts, breadcrumbs and olives. Beautiful.
It might not be quite how they normally do it, but hopefully they'll just think it's delicious and thanks very much. So I'm just going to tie up this little bambina. To do that today was pretty emotional and pretty hardcore. But, you know, to be honest, as a chef that's cooked 2,000 sheep, I think it's only fair that you kill one, otherwise you're just a fake.
I'm roasting the lamb in the wood oven, and I'm making a vignole, an incredible, mind-blowing vegetable stew from Rome.
Oh, Umbria!
Cosa cucini?
Vignole.
Ok.
Onions, olio, carciofi, artichokes, pea, broad beans, minta,
Ok.
mint, wild spinach from the garden, and then stock.
Ok, brodo.
I'm making a lid out of Parma ham to give the vegetable stew an incredible ham hockey flavour and also allow it to steam. Of course, Granny oversees every part of her kitchen with an eagle eye.
Perché c'è stato messo tutto su roba ci dovevo andare io. Puzza.
I cook basically because I love it. I cook basically because it's the only thing I'm good at. I cook basically because I love the feeling of making other people really happy by watching their faces when they eat. And if I do a job, which does happen because I'm only human, I could quite easily cry, but I have to try not to. Okay, arresto!
I'm hoping that the others will be a bit more open-minded.
Jamie the killer!
Look how tender that is.
Anthony, passami le forbici piccoli.
Beautiful.
Buonissimo.
Secondo me ha fatto bene, anche se per essere nelle Marche non ha rispettato quei parametri e quei canoni che tipicizzano le Marche.
Sì, ma perché non conosce la cucina nostra. Pensa che la cucina italiana sia un completo in tutt'uno, capito?
What's really funny is, like, you know, you take something like a vignoli, and which is an incredible dish. You know, I've never met anyone that just hasn't fallen in love with it. And you take that from Rome and you put it in La Marche, and not one of them had seen it ever before, and they felt it was really peculiar. You know, Italians, from what I can gather, and you know, that's why I'm here at the end of the day, is to learn from them. Is I'm not sure whether they say it's regional. I think it's almost even more than that. You know, Italians like it like in their village, but also, I think secretly they just want it like their mums. Today I'm up at 5 a.m. There's a food festival in town tonight, and the boys think I should cook. As my lamb wasn't authentic enough for them, I want to try their version of an Italian classic, Ragu sauce. The thing is, here they don't make it with lamb or beef, they make it with wild boar, which means I've got to find one. Very excited and a little scared. There's a wild boar, for crying. These are primitive pigs. They'll take your leg off. Until today, the biggest animals I've ever shot are rabbits. My wife doesn't like to eat rabbit.
No.
But she doesn't realise, but she's been eating it for the last 5 years, and she thinks it's chicken. Jesus. It's a machine, it's a machine gun. Where's this from, Iraq?
Rambo. Yeah.
Just a little bit more involved than going down the local supermarket. Fine, as long as I hit it. So the thing is, when you've got 20 blokes watching you as well, you know what blokes are like. If I miss, I'm going to look like right knob.
Jamie, is your dog?
My dog?
Okay.
So I've got to hold it and shoot it.
Your name is Asso.
Asso.
Ok? Asso. Ok?
Asso.
Ho bisogno di un schioppo. Dai, Asso! Forza, stai avanti.
It's not long before arsehole sniffs the boar's scent and leads us right to the footprints.
Look. Okay, Jamie, this is good.
See?
It's big. It's very big.
A big one.
Okay, big one. Okay, via. Vai. Vai. Via. Vai. Ok, si comincia, vai. Eccoli, eccoli, eccoli! Ok?
There it is.
Eccoli, eccoli! Ok?
Woo! Yeah. Damn, I've missed.
Okay, okay.
But someone else takes a shot.
Woo! Okay.
Bravo. Bravo. Must have been a good shot. Right, man, that's going to feed loads of people, that one.
Ok. È proprio un bel maschio. Pesantissimo.
Big old fella. That boar's enough to feed like 100 people. You know, if not more, actually. Maybe more. You know, if it's made into pasta sauce. There's a lot of meat there. Pretty earthy, isn't it? So that needs to be washed now, gutted, and skinned. It's amazing. The whole family's here as we skin the boar. The reason that the food in Italy is so good is because from an early age when they're babies and they grow up, where food comes from, what it eats, how it's killed, how it's cooked, how it's cut up, the respect it gets is normal. And that's why they're all bloody experts. And that's why they're really hard to please, you know? That's a paddling pool. She's not in tears, she's not freaking out.
È brutto però, è normale, è vero?
I'd like to go fishing with Poppy. You know, at some point in her life, I'd like to shoot a rabbit and skin it and cook it and have it for dinner. For all the mums and dads that think that that is really unfair and unhealthy, absolute bull. Not all things in life are pretty, are they? It's not all about Teletubbies, is it?
Ok, sì.
There's a food festival in the square tonight, and I'm going to be cooking my wild boar ragu for the whole town. It will be served with tagliatelle. But what I didn't know is that there's a competition to make the pasta, and the boys have entered me into it against all the local mamas.
And grandmother.
Really? And then me.
Yeah.
What's the idea of the competition to roll the biggest piece of pasta?
Allora, I think you want to kill you.
They want to kill me?
Yeah, sure. We were rolling.
Serissima, assolutamente.
Very serious.
No, è molto seria.
Mama?
Yeah.
The festival starts in 4 hours, so I'm whizzing up to ask Nonna for her best ragu recipe.
Olio?
Olio,
Cipolla?
prima olio, poi mette la cipolla,
First put the oil,
e poi
then the
mette il
onions,
sedano,
then the
mette
celery,
la carota,
then the
un
carrots,
po' di vino,
then
e
the
poi
wine.
tutto rosolare,
co-
insieme e l'ultimo pomodoro.
Con il grande cuoco James Oliver.
Everyone listen, tonight, in the square, this sort of big cook, famous cook, I don't know, big cook, good cook, Jamie Oliver.
Alle ore 19.
Cool, the pressure's on.
Give me a hand, big boy.
This ragu better be good, because it's got to feed the whole town. So first I'm making the base for the sauce, with smoky bacon, garlic, onions, celery, just as Nonna said.
Grazie mille, signore, molto gentile.
No, non si mette, innanzitutto si mette questo.
Everyone's got such a different take on this dish.
Grazie mille.
E poi un'altra cosa, il vino nero non va bene, questo.
Sì, viene...
E questi non vanno bene, ci vuole la passata.
Sì. Fresh tomatoes are no good.
E il pepe noi mettiamo il peperoncino.
So don't use pepper, use chili. I'm just confused now. She's saying you should...
Lei è la migliore di
Ma
Mercatelli.
non è vero.
Oh, for crying out loud, that's all I need.
Mettilo te, dai.
Buona?
Sì. Ok.
Ok, grazie mille, nonna.
Senti, mi chiamo Rosella, no nonna.
Nonna, Rosella. No, no, no.
Rosella.
Ok, Rosella. Io comprare il vino bianco, sì?
Sì, adesso.
Okay. So she said, forget the fresh tomatoes, forget the red wine. We're going to go white wine and passata, which is a kind of, well, it's off the shelf, kind of jarred tomatoes. I had a plan, it was going to be delicious, but like, you know, I ain't going to start arguing about who knows best in the middle of a blooming town in front of the town's best cook. Got some white wine and I've got passata.
Sta calmo.
This Nonna says that you have to use white wine because the boar's so rich. But I disagree. I think red wine with beef, venison or wild boar is much better.
No, it's fantastico.
Dai, sta nonna.
It's
Te la
gonna
do
be
in
good.
testa, va.
Pensi che io
C'ho i miei
pasta?
dubbi. Saranno 30 anni che fanno la pasta queste.
30 anni?
La tua età, sì.
Fantastico.
Noi abbiamo sempre vinto.
Sempre vinto.
Tu non ce la fai mai con noi.
Look at these lovely ladies. The one in black said she was going to kick my ass. She did.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, look what you got me into.
Le nostre signore sono pronte.
The aim of the competition is to roll the biggest sheet of pasta with no holes or tears in 5 minutes.
This is really nerve-wracking.
Come on,
No,
Jamie.
meno.
Let's go.
Dai, ancora. Dai, ancora. Basta. Basta.
Jesus Christ, man, I can make pasta.
Ti si rompe.
Oh no, I've torn it.
Attacca, dai.
I've just been fixing holes. Yeah, look at the size of that big boy. 129.
I've won! Mine's definitely the biggest.
Vincitrice di questa competizione è l'Olga. Complimenti a l'Olga.
Mine was bigger. I won that race. My length was bigger.
Why the winner is that woman? Because the pasta is very small.
Squalificato. Lui 5 buchi.
I don't
5
believe that.
buchi.
There is a mafia.
It's a fix. I might have lost to the Mama Mafia on a dodgy technicality, but what really matters to me most of all is if the locals like my wild boar ragu.
It's very soft, you know.
It's delicious.
They seem to like it, but the one I've got to impress is Nonna. I don't know where she is. Oh! They're all tucking in, they're all half pissed, they're all having a great time. This village is fantastic. They're so lovely and friendly, and I feel really at home here, you know. Imagine if you've got a hobby, right? You know, you join a club so you can meet up with various other people that like your hobby, so you can all talk hobby, you know? When I come to Italy, it's like being in a big club, the food club, you know? You have fun over food, you get pissed, you have good food, you know, a massive sense of family. Half of life is getting a balance, isn't it? You know, between work and family. And I only see my kids at the weekend, really. God, this sauce is nice. This sauce is the dog's bollocks.
Time for the big test.
Tutto bene, nonna? Tagliatelle. That's it, girl. Get your ass on there.
Molte buone, ho imparato, ho migliorato molto, è molto buona questa cucina.
Grazie mille. Ah, grazie mille. That must mean she likes it. Yay!
Every mama does a version of the classic ragu sauce, and after 12 years of cooking Italian, I finally mastered mine. I still haven't worked out why every Italian I've met seems to be a food expert, and I can't help but wonder if it's their schools that have got something to do with it. Now I'm off to Puglia, one of the poorest regions in Italy. I'll be seeing how their kids eat at school.
Che cose? Melanzane! Aubergine. If I'd have seen this last year, mate, I would have been in tears.
I'll be living with a family.
She's only finished work half an hour ago. The kids are around the table, and they're going to eat proper food for lunch.
And I'll be cooking for a family bash.
They can be stubborn people sometimes. For all the mums and dads that think that that is really unfair and unhealthy, absolute bull. Not all things in life are pretty, are they? It's not all about Teletubbies, is it?
Every Italian I've met seems to be a food expert, even the kids.
I came to Italy to sort of have a breath of fresh air after school dinners because it took such a lot out of me, and I wanted to sort of fill myself up. But inside me, I can't help but just wonder what the kids eat at school here.
In England, I was shocked by the crap that we fed our kids.
I wouldn't feed that to my dog. I would feed it to my dog, but I mean, I wouldn't feed it to my mate. Certainly not my kids.
So now I'm heading off to one of the poorest regions in Italy. I'll be seeing how their kids eat at school.
Che cose? Melanzane! Aubergine. If I'd have seen this last year, mate, I would have been in tears.
I'll be living with a family.
She's only finished work half an hour ago. The kids are around the table, and they're going to eat proper food for lunch.
And I'll be trying to cook them a feast that matches up to their school dinners.
They can be stubborn people sometimes. Ah, look. I started the engine up, and I heard this pissing. Shh, shh, shh. It's not brake fluid.
My van won't go into reverse. I got a terrible oil leak. If that ain't bad enough, I'm in the blimmin' news again.
You know the fact you'll get in the papers today? They're just like, how long will Jamie's marriage last when you're out from 7 in the morning till 1 at night and you're never there?
Bastard.
You know what?
Bastard. God bless the son. Oh, apparently our marriage is in tatters. I'll try and ignore it. The only time I get upset is if Jules gets upset.
OK. Well, let's have you then. Altamora in Puglia is over 200 miles away. So I've done what I can to get the motor going. And as long as I don't have to go into reverse, I should be all right.
If I get stuck on a little bit of train track and there's a train coming and I can't reverse, so I just have to get out and run, really.
Puglia is famous for being Italy's veg garden and bread basket. It's also one of the poorest regions as well.
City of bread, città del pane. Can you imagine going to Birmingham and saying, City of curry? They're so proud of food, they name a bloody city after it.
I'm going to be living with Beppe, a baker, and his kids who go to a local school.
Buongiorno. Tutto bene? Who's Beppe? Piacere.
Ciao, piacere.
Beppe works with his cousins and uncles, who've all come out to help.
Zio, puoi portare la macchina al meccanico?
Yeah.
Ok.
Piano, piano.
Beppe and his wife Tina live in a flat above the bakery with their 2 kids. What's your name?
My name is Alexia.
What a beautiful English accent you have. Alexia's 7, and their little boy's called Pasquale. He's 4.
This is the first bath I've seen. The first bath I've seen in 6 weeks.
The kids go to a regular state-run primary school, and Beppe's got permission to take me along to the kitchen, which starts up at 10 in the morning.
Buona perfume,
Buongiorno.
Man, look at this kitchen.
Possiamo?
It seems so calm and quiet.
Buongiorno.
Aspetta davanti alla porta.
Sì. Just don't get out of my kitchen until you get changed.
Franca's a little bit like Nora. She's telling me that latex gloves are law here.
Jesus, man. I feel like a gynecologist. Buongiorno. What a lovely kitchen, man. It smells fantastic in here.
The kids here get no choice. It's a set 3-course menu, and the pasta looks delicious.
Oh, man, if my kids were eating this at school every day, I'd be so pleased. Mozzarella, prosciutto, parmesan. If I'd have seen this last year, mate, I would have been in tears.
And that's not even enough for the Italians. Pasta and olive oil here have to be organic, and that's law.
Patata? Fritta?
Le patate no, la frittura qui niente.
Ah, so interesting. Absolutely no frying at
La
all.
frittura.
You're not allowed to fry anything in schools.
Perché qui in Italia gli hamburger
No burgers
li
at all.
mangiano
No.
solo nelle trattorie,
McDonald's.
nel
Only in
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Sì. No burgers.
Nelle scuole.
No burgers allowed in Italian schools. That's for McDonald's. If she's going to do some sort of formed meat product, she's going to get a piece of meat in herself and she's going to put it through the machine and make polpetta, meatballs and burgers and stuff like that.
And even more gobsmacking, the local McDonald's here closed down just after 3 months of trading because the kids weren't interested.
Fusilli with a tomato sauce, with broccoli, carrots, seasonal fruit every single day. Fruit every day. Tough. Eat fruit every day. Learn to like it. It's tough. The spend on the ingredients is just over 90 pence. 90 pence. So if you think about Greenwich, for me, was 37 pence, right, when I was cooking there. So it's almost 3 times as much money spent on ingredients. It's made me think that, you know, that money that was promised to us, that 280 million to be spent on all the children in the country, we need twice as much. This is just a tiny little town in southern Italy, which is so much poorer than in England or in northern Italy, and this is normal. This isn't exceptional, this is normal. This kitchen spells out standards, simplicity, quality of ingredients, sticking to one choice and doing it well, as opposed to 4 or 5 or 6 choices bad. This, as simple as this looks, is non-comparable to anything that I've seen in England. Signorina?
I've brought the Italian dinner ladies some samples of what I saw in some of the British schools.
Carne.
Che schifo! C'è
Cos'è questa porcheria? Porcheria. Questa sembra cibo per cani.
She said it's like dog food.
Jenny, noi questa roba non mangeremmo mai. Perché da vomito. Taglia.
Vomiting.
Buttare. Italia. Ci fa schifo.
Ciao.
This is amazing. The teachers serve the food and eat with the kids. They have a salad or an antipasti, then a pasta or a main course, followed by fruit and dessert.
Amen.
While Bepe's son and his friends eat their lovely pasta, I just couldn't help myself but find out what veg they know. Back in England, most of the 15-year-olds that I met couldn't even recognise a leek.
Bambina, scusa, attente. Che cos'è? Grazie. Che cos'è? Melanzane! Aubergine.
This is unbelievable. These kids are 3 and 4.
Sì. Che cos'è? Carciofi. That's incredible. Che cos'è?
Bravi bimbi.
Bravi bimbi. Ciao. Just says a lot, really, doesn't it? From that age, they're sitting down here every day. You know, they're treating food like part of learning Italian or writing or maths, you know? Food is equally as important. And rightfully so, when your kid comes to school here, you know, they're being set up for life. I mean, that's surely what school's all about. That's why all people, for me, in Italy, are blooming experts.
I'm using my kitchen trailer so I can surprise Bepe's family for dinner tonight. And the least I can do is cook some food that matches up to their school dinners in Puglia. I'm making a classic salad using up some of their leftover bread in the bakery.
Just rip up nice little leaves of basil. I've got the bread, I've got the tomatoes, I've got the onions, I've got the celery, I've got the garlic, the anchovies around the side, ready to go. Just going to mix it up. Buongiorno. Ok. Panzanella. Ciatta fredda? Pugliesi? Similari? What is it?
Ma questa è potenziata, is a powerful salad, perché ci sono dentro cose che noi non mettiamo.
Here we go with the opinions. My salad's not local enough.
No, ci sono ancora tanti ingredienti, ci sono ancora le acciughe.
Come la cucina insalata di pane moda pugliese?
È semplice, pane,
bread,
acqua, sale,
water,
pomodori,
salt,
cipolla,
tomatoes, onions.
le fave, le patate.
Fave?
Yes.
Fantastico. Fave. Ah, broad beans. Grazie mille, signor. It was good. If they don't like that, I will cut my own bollocks off. And there's a knife. I've said it on the record.
Bepe's family's really close. So close, they all live next to each other above the bakery.
My sister.
Jamie.
Enza.
Tutto bene. Oh, fantastico. Wild asparagus. That's what I love. I mean, everyone always says, oh, we haven't got any time in England, we haven't got any time. And like, she's only finished work half an hour ago. She's knocked up a wild asparagus frittata, a salmon risotto, the kids around the table. Who said they haven't got time? Do you know what I mean? Okay. Sabrina, Jamie. Your cousin? Lovely. Ciao. Piacere. Franca. Piacere. Jamie.
Wow! L'hai fatta tu?
Sì, io cucino pandanella.
Oh, fantastico.
Grazie mille.
Buon appetito!
Grazie mille.
Allora, cucini di più tu a casa o tua moglie?
Io, mia passione. Mia moglie cucina. No bambino, no cucina. Che molto schifo. Ora? Buono. See, learn quickly. See, when we have the babies. So, what do you think of the panzanella?
It's very good.
Good.
But for us, is too rich of ingredients.
Yeah, too rich in ingredients.
No acciughe, no peperoni. No peperoni.
Sì.
Però è buono quello che fai tu, però è migliore quello di mamma. Hai capito?
Sì. No matter what you do in life, it's never quite as good as mama's, you know. Mum's always the best, you know.
I really want to crack this whole local thing, and I've got to keep my end up. It's Bepe's wife Tina's birthday in a couple of days, and I've offered to cook for the party of 35.
Take care.
Grazie.
I'm not going to start doing tweaks or twists or, versions or other regions cooking, because that's not working, really. on the whole. They're not digging it. I'm gonna have to go and learn quick tomorrow and the next day to pick up what's good around and do a sympathetic and intelligent version of what is traditional in this area.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. If looks could kill.
Beppe sent me for a lesson in local pasta.
This is like Mama Central. Scusa, signore. Dove la signorina Orchietti, pasta, signorina?
Orecchiette?
Sì, sì.
Qui dietro.
Up here?
Per l'orecchiette, qui dietro, sta là.
This way or this way?
No, di qua. Sta là.
Sì, grazie mille. Jesus Christ. Buongiorno.
I can't believe this. Every woman in the street is making and selling their own pasta on their doorstep.
Jesus.
Lei Pina, io Nunzia. Piacere.
Nunzia?
Molto
Piacere.
Accomoda.
Grazie mille.
Complimenti, bel ragazzo.
Grazie mille. How do you do that, man? She's got no flour or nothing. Oh, okay.
Leggera, leggera.
Ma fai là lo stesso movimento.
Un momento. Possibile lei here teach me?
Vai insieme, qua. Vuoi sedere qui?
Ok. Ancora.
Però sa parlare italiano.
Bello! Hai begli occhi, sei bello! Un fiore!
Who?
Un fiore!
Me?
Gli
No!
occhi sono belli!
Grazie
No,
mille.
sì!
Grazie mille.
È più bello di Leonardo DiCaprio. Devi fare l'attore.
This is really competitive for me because, you know,
Ciao.
look, I'm good at pasta, right? But this 6-year-old is making mincemeat out of me. Total mincemeat.
Abbinati con la
No good.
No, quelle medie, quelle grosse.
Di media misura che vanno bene con tutto.
They're talking about how they're going to cook it.
Da ragù di domenica.
Sunday stew. Oh, you speak English? Ah, cool, man.
Given all the kids seem to be experts, I want to know what these boys think I should cook with this pasta.
I'm cooking for 40 Italians, and on the pasta course, I've got to do orecchietti.
For sure, obviously.
So, can you give me any advice?
The simplest thing is the best.
So, just with tomato sauce?
With good cheese on it.
And good cheese.
Pomodoro fresco?
Crudo?
No, fresco.
Fresco.
Prima si bollisce, poi si bollisce.
And
si passa
muli,
così.
I can do orecchietti with tomato sauce. Is there anything else that they do that maybe changes the repetition, maybe?
Con la ricotta dura.
Ricotta salata?
Sì.
Sì? Fantastic. Do they never do fish with orecchietti?
No.
E non si mangiano con le orecchiette come le vuoi fare.
Questa è una
Si fanno le orecchiette, si mangiano col sugo.
She said that the only way to cook this kind of pasta is as she told you.
And I know for a fact that 20 miles down the road, they'll say something completely different.
This regional thing is a real issue. Even if the ingredients are almost exactly the same, we want it our way, we want it our tradition. And I can see why it sort of helps to retain the traditions and stuff, but it sort of pisses you off at the same time. Just f***ing try it. Try it! You know, it's bloody good. But my mum doesn't do it like that. I don't care about your mum. Try it. I'll tell you what about Italians, right? And I mean this in the nicest way because, like, I wish I could have been born Italian, and I'd love to live here, right? But they can be stubborn, right? They can be stubborn people sometimes. In England, we should be damn ashamed of ourselves in quite a few things to do with food. But I tell you what's really cool about English people, they're reasonably open-minded, you know? They'll have a go at a bit of Moroccan and a bit of Thai and a bit of Chinese. And you know what? I really like that and appreciate that about British people.
But there ain't no way I'm having a table of screaming Italians, so I'm going to do mama recipes and I'm going to keep it ultra local.
Oh wow. Come la mangiare burrata normale?
Salata verde burrata, basta.
Sì, sì, sì.
Semplice.
Sì, sì, sì. Burrata is like one of the most fantastic things in the whole wide world. Basically, it's the Aston Martin, the Ferrari of mozzarella. You get this cheese that has a really soft, sort of milky inside, and then a normal sort of soft mozzarella outside. So when you eat it, it's like heaven.
This whole shop specialises in just mozzarella cheese.
See, this is what I love about the Italians. Do one thing, or one or two things, and do it really, really well. Grazie. Buongiorno. Grazie.
The party's at Grandad's cottage in the country, but I don't know what they think I'm going to cook. The kitchen ain't up to much.
A few plates.
And the oven don't work.
Oh, it's my van. Good man. You got it fixed. So I'll see you at 1 or 2?
1 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Okay, mate. Cheers.
35 Italians are arriving in just a couple of hours. I've got no oven, it's the hottest day of the year, and I'm cooking local recipes that I've never tried before.
It's like cooking in the outback.
For the second course, I'm going to do a version of what the kids were eating in school the other day. Pasta al forno, using the orecchietti that I made in the street. But without an oven, I haven't quite worked out how to bake it.
Emotionally, I guess, pasta al forno is very similar to like a shepherd's pie, a fish pie or something like that. You know, it's a real cosy sort of home dish, you know.
I'm sticking to their simple tomato sauce with onions, garlic and basil, just like that mama said.
That garlic can go straight in here. I'm going to put these tomatoes in the boiling water until the skin comes off. Then I'll just whip them out. Quite simply remove the skin, dead easy, and squeeze most of the seeds out. Go, so just going to scrunch the tomatoes in. A nice bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of basil, nice bit of olive oil. Just simmer it for an hour.
For my first course, I'm doing what the woman in the cheese shop advised. Just boiling up some simple greens like Swiss chard and some broccoli to go with that beautiful burrata mozzarella.
I should probably be panicking a bit more because it's 12:30 now, so I've got about an hour to go. And I haven't put my al forno together yet. Buongiorno!
Tutto bene? Si mangia?
Sì. Everyone's arriving now. Tutto bene?
Tutto bene.
Tranquillo. Okay, I'm going to dress them. Good quality olive oil. Now, it looks like a lot of olive oil, but remember, this is for 35.
And for the main course, I'm simply grilling a whole loin of pork rubbed with fennel seeds, which I'll serve just with a little side salad.
Oh! How you doing, boy?
How are you?
Buona, buona!
Okay.
Woo, it's a good odore.
Tina, happy birthday!
Ciao.
Tutto bene, ok?
Tutto benissimo.
Sì, grazie.
Siamo bene oggi, no
Sì,
panzanella.
No panzanella. No
panzanella.
Tutto bene? I'm a bit behind, to be honest, but happens in life. Salute.
Alla salute.
You want to do layers of tomatoes, a little bit of cheese, pasta, mozzarella, and keep repeating those sort of layers. It's just like Franco did in the school.
Profumo italiano.
Grazie mille. It smells Italian, which is good news. Okay, mozzarella pasta?
Sì.
Ah. See that? I knew that they were thinking, that's probably enough. That's probably enough mozzarella, and I thought, well, I'll ask. And sì.
Dai, un applauso per Gino.
Finito.
Un applauso, bravo.
Here comes the hard bit. This is the bit I'm worried about.
The family have already started picking because they're so hungry. And I haven't even worked out how to bake this bleeding pasta.
See, I know what I'm going to do.
Abbiamo fame!
Everyone's a little concerned at the moment. As you can imagine, that they're going to get fed. It's all right, we'll be half an hour late, but you know what? It'll be good. So straight on the coals, and then I need to come up with another plan. And then I put this in here. Okay, so essentially, that is an oven. I know how to give myself extra pressure, don't I? I'm just going to tear this open, see how beautiful they are inside. Absolutely delicious.
Just serve with a simple sauce of smashed anchovies, great oil and lemon.
Signori, possibile?
Molto rustico.
Molto rustica?
come 100 anni fa si cucinava in queste zone, in questa maniera.
Mangia!
Buon appetito!
La verdura a me piace, sinceramente. Buona, ottima.
Please be good. If I'm not good, I'll look a prat. Oh! I'm so pleased. Arriva!
Zitto, spostati, zitto!
Facciamo a carte.
È buono!
Ancora 2 o 3.
La pasta al forno è uguale alla nostra.
I think I finally worked out how to keep Italians happy. Just give them what they're used to.
Grazie mille. The best
ice cream, o Valtamura.
What I feel I've learned is heart and soul. Heart and soul and feel of Italian cooking. I know that when I go back to England and I'm thinking of a dish and I'm putting it through that blimmin' Italian filter, I know that it'll be these experiences and the heart and soul that makes it a more authentic, brilliant thing. Cooking Italian food's one thing, but to cook for Italian people and get them to like it, you know, it's quite hard, really, as you've noticed. So I'm quite proud, yeah. Grazie mille.
It's 3 days before my 30th birthday, and do you know what? I want some time on my own to cook for myself before I head off to the Amalfi coast.
Woo! I'm gonna kip here the night. Got a bottle of wine. Heaven.
Tomorrow, I'll be starting my last week in Italy, facing my toughest and most important critic yet.
Sometimes you make beautiful things, and at the last minute, you it up.
Then I'll celebrate my birthday by cooking for all of the people who have given me a hard time around Italy. I still don't know if Jules and the girls are coming.
Poppy, are you going to come and surprise Daddy in Italy?
Or even how I'm going to get there.
Just conked out about this all really I can do about it.
When life's crazy busy, all I crave is delicious food that's quick and easy to make. So after all of these years, I've come up with a new way of cooking that's completely changed my life, and it's going to take the stress out of yours too. I'm stripping back cooking to its bare essentials, and I'm going to show you some amazing dishes using just 5 ingredients.
With so few ingredients, these incredible recipes are quick to cook and easy to remember. The ultimate set of go-to dishes for those of you who love your food but don't have the time or energy for complicated cooking.
If you've got a long old list of ingredients for a dish, that's one more reason to not cook, and I want to get you all cooking. Using killer ingredient combos and time-saving tricks. Even the busiest of you will be able to master dishes to bring the house down. Let's make it.
In this show, I'm cooking up 4 quick and easy dishes for you to make this week. If you think you haven't got time to cook, think again. All you need for these time-saving recipes are just 5 ingredients, plus the most basic store cupboard staples.
You mustn't confuse simple with not delicious. This is really delicious.
On the menu, my crazy good pork burger, a naughty fast food treat made with 5 epic ingredients.
You know it makes sense.
Sticky mango prawns, a speedy sharing platter with a shortcut to phenomenal flavour.
Here we go, look at those colours, woohoo!
My easy rustic gnocchi, an elegant veggie supper made with a super quick sauce.
Light, delicate, melt in your mouth, utter heaven.
And a chilled out party showstopper that's irresistibly simple to make.
If you did a survey of 1 million people, I'd be amazed if most of them didn't love that.
With these incredible quick and easy dishes, you can be a great cook no matter how busy you are. First, my crazy good pork burger, a wicked little treat that takes fast food to the next level.
I want to give you a method that's going to get you some of the best burgers you've ever had in your own home, cooked by you.
All you need is free-range minced pork, mixed salad leaves, a ripe pear, soft buns, and delicious rich blue cheese.
Don't go thinking this is some kind of posh burger that doesn't relate, right? It's still filthy and naughty and gorgeous and sumptuous, but it's got elegance and it's a bit different. You could swap pork out with lamb or beef, and you could swap Stilton out for cheddar or whatever melts beautifully, but this combo works hard. And also, this recipe is for one. You can, of course, double it or quadruple it, but it's quite nice to do a recipe for one, something for you. I've got lovely pork mince from the butcher's. It's from a free-range pig. Okay, that makes all the difference. Now, look, over the last 50 years, burgers have had a bad rep for being the icon of junk food. That's because when you're working with mincemeat, you don't know what's in it. But when you go to your lovely butcher and you order 150 grams of freshly minced pork shoulder from a free-range pig, it's going to be next level straight away. So you're already in the Premier League of patties, of burgers, right? So all I'm going to do is just season this pork mince with a little pepper and a little salt.
Simply work the seasoning through as you shape your patty. You don't want it to be perfect. This is quick and easy cooking.
And you want it to be just a little bit bigger than your bun, okay? Because it's going to shrink. So that goes into your pan on a medium-high heat. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil just to get it going. We're going to cook that for about 2.5 minutes on each side until it's golden and caramelised. Beautiful. For me, the thing that links the pork and the Stilton together is the humble pear. Just remove the little stalk and I'm going to just slice it as thinly as I can.
This is super speedy, fuss-free prep. You don't even have to core it.
The sweetness from the pear just works with the funk of the Stilton and the savouriness of the pork. I'm going to just dress it like a typical salad. A little bit of red wine vinegar goes on top, a little pinch of salt and pepper, and a little extra virgin olive oil. And then we'll put a nice little handful of our mixed salad in there. Just toss it up, and the acid from the vinegar will stop the pears from discolouring. So, tea's been cooking for a couple of minutes. Let's just flip it. Over it goes. So look, simple so far, but just you wait. What happens next is what makes this your bun. I like a nice, stodgy, spongy bun. This is a brioche bun. So I'm going to go face down in here, and that will start to suck up all those lovely juices that have rendered out of the burger. So that's nice and lightly done. And then we're going to put them on their backs as well. Just apply a little bit of pressure to it like that. And then I'm going to take these out. And look at that. I love the way it sort of just blisters on the top like that. Beautiful. Okay, so we're back to the patty. So last flip, can you see the colour we've got on this burger? Now the magic is about to happen. 30 grams of quality Stilton. And we're going to go into the pan with it. And as it starts to melt, we're going to put the burger on top. And it's just going to coat and shine up this amazing burger. Look at it, it's just kind of caramelising and getting crispy on top of there. We'll start now layering a little bit of our mixed leaf salad and our pear on the bottom, like that. Then I'm just going to place the burger on the bun, okay? But then in the pan here is all the crispy bits, and I'm going to put the bun in here to mop it all up. We're going to waste nothing. Can you see that? It's sizzling away, and it's gone crispy. And then just a few more bits of your gorgeous pear. Shove all the greens in on the top of the patty. And that, my friends, just needs to be attacked in the only way I know how. Juicy, pungent, sweet, feels naughty, but is classy naughty. So, for all you burger lovers, try something new. Widen some of the flavour combinations. Pear Stilton and pork. You know it makes sense. Delicious.
An outrageously tasty fast food favourite, the perfect fix for when you're craving something naughty to eat.
5.
Next up, my sticky mango prawns. A sensational sharing plate that's unbelievably quick to cook and so easy to remember.
So we're going to do a beautiful recipe. This is like the coolest little thing to do with prawns.
You'll need fresh king prawns, garlic, lime, curry powder, and sweet mango chutney. It's an amazing process and recipe that gives you texture, crunch, softness, sweet, sour, spice. It's really, really good. So, big pan. Let's whack that on a medium-high heat. We're going to be bigging up prawns, of course. So, we've got 300 grams of prawns here. These are absolutely delicious. They're fresh. You can see by the beautiful blue colour. I love this size. Really, really nice. I find it gives you the best kind of sweet flavour. They've got all their shells on. And I always look for the MSC approved accreditation so they're sustainable, right? So 300 grams of prawns. What I want to do is make it easy to pick it up and eat it. Most of the flavour is in the head. So I'm just going to peel the prawn all the way down to the tail. And you can leave the tail on as well. Now, by peeling this prawn, we can do a couple of other things as well. One is remove the little vein from down here. And you can do that easily by just running a knife carefully down the back of a prawn. It's very, very simple. And if you put that tip in, you'll pull out this little vein like that, and you can just lose that. But also, by running the knife down there, you're allowing this prawn to butterfly. And what that means is just to open up like a butterfly. This is a stunning way to prep your prawns and a great tip to help them take on added flavour in the pan. OK, so we are all done. Garlic, we're going to use quite a bit of, actually. We're going to use 6 cloves of garlic, which for 2 people, you know, that's kind of cracking on a lot, but we're going to make them sweet and delicious, so it's not going to be garlicky, sort of in a pungent, horrible way. We're going to flavour the oil to cook the prawns in, and we're going to make them like little crisps, like literally like crisps. Try and slice the garlic the same thickness. If you don't, then you won't get that lovely, even cook, so they're all crispy, crunchy. So a bit of love goes a long way. So the garlic is done. Then I'm going to be using a couple of little condiments that make this dish. First one is a good curry powder, a really nice blend of all those spices, right? Each kind of curry powder varies. Pick one that you like. They're in all the supermarkets. Then the star of the show, as well as the prawns, of course, a nice mango chutney, because you get so many layers of flavour. You get a real bang for your buck, but most importantly, you get that glaze and that sort of sweetness that riffs off the spice and off the garlic that's going to be amazing. So in a pan, I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil, and then I'm going to go in with the garlic. If you angle the pan like this, you almost create like a little mini deep fat fryer. Garlic's very sensitive, it's got natural sugars in there, and I want to fry them until they're crisp and golden. If you make them kind of go black, they'll go slightly bitter. So these are looking really good. So all the garlic's out. Now we turn the heat up, and we've got this gorgeous garlicky oil. So we go in with a teaspoon of curry powder. Just move the oil into that curry powder, and it'll just start to toast and go beautiful. Then we can go in with our prawns. And they'll go from that amazing blue colour of the raw prawn, and as the heat penetrates it, you know, it'll start turning that amazing pink. And where you've butterflied it, it'll start to transform. Here we go. Look at those colours. Woohoo! So that garlic oil is infusing with the curry powder. And don't forget, we've got loads of flavour in those prawn heads. There, look, there. Oh, yes. And they're basically done now. You don't need to overcook prawns at all. We're going to go in with one nice big spoon of mango chutney. So now the mango's in there. This is kind of the sizzle time, right? It's going to glaze it. It's going to shine. And then onto the plate we go. Some of that lovely juice just in the middle. And then we get those beautiful garlic chips and we just sprinkle those in and around. Then our last ingredient is lime. So little strokes of the lime zest makes all the difference. Then we can simply just slice that into a little wedge. A fantastic little sizzle plate. It will be impossible to not want to get stuck into that. Lime juice over the top. Don't be polite about it. Get in there. Oh yeah, absolutely delicious. The crunch of the garlic was totally worth it. Every now and again, you get a little chunk of mango. The prawns, in all of that, just work really well. You've still got the sweetness, they're perfectly cooked. Fresh, zingy, sweet and sour, hot and sizzling. I love it. Quick to prep and ridiculously tasty. My lip-smacking sticky mango prawns, a pleasure to cook and a joy to share.
Back to reality.
This is my quick and easy food, a delicious set of go-to recipes for those of you that love your grub but don't have the time or energy for complicated cooking. Using just 5 simple ingredients, these incredible recipes are quick to cook and easy to remember. Next up, my easy rustic gnocchi, a simple veggie dish that transforms the humble spud into an elegant supper.
You, my friends, are going to love what we make out of these little bad boys.
All you need is Maris Piper potatoes, parmesan, fresh thyme, plain flour, and asparagus.
Gnocchi, the Italian dumplings made out of potatoes, are unbelievable, so luxurious and so comforting, and often we think of them as chefy and hard to do, but we're going to make them really, really easy. So we start with 400 grams of beautiful potatoes, and we're going to cut them up into centimetre chunks. We're going to leave the skin on, very, very importantly. Now, in nearly every gnocchi recipe I've ever seen, you always peel the potatoes. But look, we're going to go on a bit of a journey with gnocchi. I want to find all the excuses for you to do it, not do it, okay? Sitting there peeling potatoes and throwing away the most nutritious part, that's one of them, right? So let's make it with skin on, and you can be the judge of how good or bad you think it is, because I think it's amazing. The potatoes go in, salted boiling water, lid on top. We'll cook those for about 10, 12 minutes until they're nice and tender. So we're going to start with the sauce made out of these. Asparagus, amazing. They're really quick and easy to prep, and they make the most fantastic sauce. Just take your asparagus and let it naturally click wherever it's getting tender. It always works. The most heralded part is the tips. So we'll have those, thank you very much, and just split them in half. By cutting them a little smaller, we're speeding them up in the cook. So I've got the rest of the asparagus here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of care just to finely slice it like this.
Now back to the spuds. Once they're done, simply drain and let them steam dry.
Let all that residual moisture just fade away, and then we want to mash it to a nice, dry mash. Very important now to season it nicely with a little salt and pepper. Look at that, steaming away. And then we're going to go on to a clean kitchen surface. Now, my friends, it's time to make some gnocchi. You can see it's quite nice and dry. No eggs are going in here. About 50 grams of flour. And we're just going to knead it. So treat it almost like making a dough, pasta dough, a bread dough. Just roll it out, squeeze it, and I'm just pushing it into a kind of rough sausage.
It's that quick and easy. This is the perfect amount for 2 people. Just divide and cut into small pieces.
Let's make this as simple and as humble as possible. Take a little portion, right? Let's put it in your hands and let's just clench it, right? And naturally, you're going to get this lovely little curve, right? That holds sauce in a particularly beautiful way. Couldn't be simpler. Let's start the sauce. So we're going to go in with a tablespoon of olive oil on a medium heat. Then we're going to celebrate thyme. We'll just strip it off into the oil and it will start to crackle and do beautiful things. And I'm going to go in with the asparagus. In 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, that's going to be tender and ready to finish this. Let's cook the gnocchi. Salted boiling water. We're just going to throw it in. The gnocchi only takes about a minute to cook, super quick. As soon as they start to float up, they're done. So I can now take this off the heat. Now, a very important ingredient, which is starchy cooking water, okay? That will break for frying. It will start to naturally emulsify with the olive oil to create like the elegance. You don't want a thick old frumpy old sauce. Elegant, silky. Then I'll use a slotted spoon to start taking these gnocchi out when they're ready. And all I'm going to do now is grate some parmesan. 50 grams of parmesan is what we're looking for. My kids absolutely love gnocchi. You know, making it, a little bit of mess, shaping it, forming it, eating it. It's got everything that a kid could possibly want. Parmesan goes in, so we're done. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Finish with a little stroke of parmesan and thyme tips, just because they're full of life. Homemade gnocchi, light, delicate, melt in your mouth. That, my friends, is a thing of beauty. Utter heaven. The thyme is there in the most stylish way. The cheese is just kind of holding the whole story down. What's not to love? Potatoes are like eating little clouds of happiness. And the asparagus is just showing off, really. What a joy.
My gorgeous rustic gnocchi. Elegant comfort food made easy. The perfect reward to round off a busy day.
Yeah, 5.
Time for my frozen banoffee cheesecake. 2 family favourites combined into one super cool, quick and easy treat.
Let's have some fun. Frozen banoffee cheesecake. Yes, you know that sounds good.
You'll need quality dark chocolate, oaty biscuits, overripe bananas, dolce de leche, and a light cream cheese.
So we've got 5 ingredients working really hard to make a really flamboyant dessert, which is delicious, but also cold, crunch, soft, silky. It's going to be so good. Let's get some chocolate melted. So I'm going to use 2 packs in this recipe, but one is going to be for shaving and making everything look beautiful later on. And then the other one, I only need 50 grams of this. I've got a pan with about 1 inch of water, just on a very light simmer, heat-proof bowl on top. So just crack it into the bowl. So while that's just melting, I've got 300 grams of oaty biscuits. So nice quality oaty biscuits in the machine like this. Rattle it up until nice and fine. Super easy.
You can always smash your biscuits with a rolling pin, but the food processor does all the hard work in a fraction of the time.
I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil into this, okay? It's going to make it really nice and crumbly when you eat it later on. And then this chocolate, which is melted, we're going to put that straight inside. And then we're going to give it a really good whiz up, and it's going to be delicious.
While the biscuit base comes together, oil a 20cm springform tin and line it with greaseproof paper.
Okay, so once you've whizzed that up, we're in a really good place where we can pour this gorgeous biscuit base straight into the bottom. And I just want to pack that nice and flat. And of course, as soon as this goes in the freezer, that will set beautifully. Okay, so for the filling, we're using 8 overripe bananas. Now, when they go over like this, they go caramelly and delicious, and you get a flavour that you can't get from a regular ripe banana. So let's get that peeled off. And then I'm going to take all of these beautiful bananas and get them in the food processor. And then to that, I'm going to have 500 grams of really good quality cream cheese straight in there, along with a fantastic ingredient, dolce de leche. Basically condensed milk that's been boiled, and you get this amazing caramel. You can just buy it like this. So I need about 225 grams, which is half a jar of this nectar. It's basically toffee fudge. It's just outrageously beautiful.
Dolce de leche is your fast track to a classic caramel, making your pudding extra luxurious.
So there you go, all whizzed up and ready to go. You simply just pour it in now, and that is like liquid gold right there. Oh, the smell is amazing. And remember, this is not just an ordinary cheesecake, this is a frozen one, right? You got the crunch, the silk, but also the chill. It's gonna be so, so good. So whack it in the freezer now for at least 4 hours, but let's say you did it the day before, 2 days before, a week before, it's sitting there waiting to be used, but when you want it, put it in the fridge for 2 hours, and that lets it just nicely thaw out and go to semi-Fredo, semi-frozen. So here's one I did earlier, and all I have to do now is just unclick it, and it's gonna be beautiful. Get a palette knife in between the biscuit base and the mould, and I can just take this off. That's perfect, look. And I'm just gonna shake that gently onto the base there like that. So I want to embellish this a little bit, and to do that, I'm gonna use that second pack of chocolate.
Gently scrape your knife down the chocolate bar to create delicate curls and sprinkle liberally over your cheesecake to finish.
Very simple to whack together. It's in the freezer waiting for you to decide the time that you want it, and then when you do, in the fridge. 2 hours. This is enough for 10. Yeah, look at that. So come on, let's go for it. Enough talking. Here we go. If you did a survey of 1 million people, I'd be amazed if most of them didn't love that. Chocolate, biscuit, caramelly banana, that lovely fudge. Absolutely delicious.
A big hitting dessert that's effortlessly easy. Trust me, this super cool treat is gonna be an all-new family favourite. There you go, my stress-free menu to see you through the week. crazy good pork burger, sticky mango prawns, easy rustic gnocchi, and my frozen banoffee cheesecake, a show-stopping party piece. My 5-ingredient food that's quick to cook and easy to remember. Next time, 4 more delicious dishes for those of you who love your grub but don't have the time or energy for complicated cooking. Using just 5 simple ingredients, each recipe is ridiculously tasty, unbelievably impressive, but all quick and easy.